Hello, my name is Terrence D. Campbell, and I have been allowed the introduction of the new program brought to you jointly through Prison Pod Production and Choreo SPC. Voices of the Silent. I am a 25-year resident of the incarcerated community here in Raleigh. Myself and others similarly situated across America on death rows will share with you, the audience, our individual and collective experiences and accountings. When I thought of trying to put together a platform that would interest hundreds, thousands, and maybe one day millions, it was from the concept of giving voice to one of the last lost communities of the world. Death row. I was certainly hesitant, but my reluctance only allowed me time to eventually gather the courage to try and make it come true. This podcast, by definition, is one that will allow the listener a true glimpse of society's castaways. Those who will participate in this program do so at high risk. Most of us are under appeal in the post-appellate stages, the most vulnerable stages for a man or woman in a fight for his or her life. However, weighing the cost, I knew if we didn't do this, eventually, someone else would, and they would tell the story of the convicted murderers. No doubt with well-intention, I believe, but through the biased lens of perception instead of the unbiased view of first account perspective. Here are the voices of the silent.
Invasive Species by George Wilkerson. Teeming with chittering people in earth-tone coats and pumpkin spices, bioluminescent scents. The mall in autumn felt like it could be my ocean, my forest, my sky. When I was 4, the mall activated something primal in my family. Noses flaring, we strained unintelligibly when we entered one. At the mall, my brothers and I were those kids, the untamable ones with cowlicks and frantic eyes. Step-laddering in age when clustered together, we formed a noisy menagerie that had to be contained. During family outings to the mall, to keep us little boys from breaking and looting like innocent and inadvertent rioters, our parents corralled each of our trembling bodies into one of 4 slip-knotted loops on a single rope, the ends of which our dad wound and wound around his meaty forearms. He shushed and wrestled against our bestial urges, back when my parents were still able to tighten family cohesion. Just before my dad's primordial mental illness snuck into our home's inner sanctum, unchecked, it multiplied my dad's mind like amoebas as it scampered into complex sentience, then continued splitting once it learned to speak the guttural Esperanto of violence. It broke our family into constituent parts. Mom in one town, Dad in another, us boys floating back and forth in the blackness between them, like free radicals that would cling to them to reconfigure each time to something with claws. The very word, family, would become a spicy and unfamiliar wilderness in the mouths of boys who used to be brothers.